this is about weather and meteorology in particular. There is, and this is not the first time we've seen this, sadly, on the CBS Los Angeles. This is KCAL on Saturday morning.
Oh, yes.
You know KCAL?
I've heard this story. I do know a little bit about KCAL.
This woman is a meteorologist on her name is Alyssa Carlson. This is the Los Angeles affiliate from CBS, Saturday morning's broadcast. Two other women are talking about the weather. They've had rains there, you know.
They're tossing it to the weather person.
They're tossing it to the weather person. It's so interesting because they're doing little chit-chat like, oh, it's the calm before the storm. Here comes some more rain. And the lady who's the meteorologist starts to lay her head down on the desk like she's going to pass out. And I think the two anchors think, oh, she's messing around because they're laughing a little bit. Well, it turns out she's actually passing out. And we have the audio of that. It's really frightening.
She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No. Oh.
You know, we're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah.
That's when they finally caught it because she's down on the floor. She went
all the
down.
way down.
She went down.
She hit her head on the desk and then just kind of collapsed.
Yeah, First,
her
it
eyes
looked
rolled
like,
back.
I mean, it did look like she was just going to do a little,
little prop humor,
but it was not that. She has passed out on the set before, once 9 years ago. She has a leaky heart valve, which they know about, and it causes her from time to time to fall unconscious.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying
Yes, I
that
know.
another broadcaster is down a chamber?
That's right. Well, Dave would say that she's down a chamber, which he says to Biggie, but Biggie says, I'm not down.
Not down a chamber.
Big, you should reach out to her.
You should.
Hey, comrades in arms.
You both have
what? Be heart buddies.
You have she should be your heart buddy. You should
turn on your heart light, Biggie.
Yes.
Turn it on wherever you go.
Let me get heart light. I wish I'd had that ready.
It's okay. You didn't know.
No, we're just improving here.
I didn't know. That's exactly what you should do.
You know, one thing is when she first had this issue 9 years ago, I did read she started doing a lot of charity work for the American Heart Association.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And are
any of that trickled down to you?
Are you going to follow suit?
No.
And do the
Turn on your heart light.
You should reach out to Alyssa Carlson. She went on Facebook and said she had the issue checked out. She'll be fine. It just sometimes she does pass out because of a leaky heart valve.
When do they expect her back on the air? A week?
Yep, they said a week. And they said that she didn't realize she had this until 9 years ago when she passed out. The vice president of news, Mike Dello, provided an update saying she'll be back on in a few days. We're giving her all the time she needs.
Is she in the hospital now or is she home?
She's out. She went and got it checked out at the hospital and her doctor. And they've given her they just said you're going to have this with the leaky heart valve. So what happens? You don't get enough blood to your brain?
Biggie?
And pass out? Well,
I don't know.
It's a different thing than Biggie had. Biggie is down. Well, Dave says he's down a chamber. That's not true.
It's not true.
The medical is diastolic heart failure.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
the amount of people that believe Dave is astounding.
That's right.
And I keep getting emails.
I'd rather be down in the chamber.
People are like, that's pretty serious. I'm like, it's not. Don't listen to Dave.
Well, it's not serious.
It's not. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah,
is what Biggie says, and he's on a low sodium diet.
I'll tell you this: the difference between what happened there, though, is she, of course, passes out, and they go right to break.
Yeah.
If that were to happen here. If I were to pass out, thank God there's cameras in here now.
Right.
And hopefully somebody watching will call 911 because you won't. In fact, you'll see me go down and just cut off my mic and continue as if nothing's going on.
Right.
It would be one of the, I can't tell you how many people have sent me that story in the video, it's shocking to see. This poor woman,
It is.
I mean, she just goes down in a heap.
Yeah.
Right there at the weather station. It's, what would happen? Which one of the people in this program is most likely to collapse on air? Kelly's starving himself. Biggie's down a chamber.
Fact.
Yeah.
I'm aging rapidly.
Dave's a drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost even money.
It's even money on this.
Yeah.
But you're right. They did. They jumped in. They went right to break. The reaction was pretty stunning.
She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No.
Oh.
We're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah, they had to figure that out.
That's the fastest go to break from a reporter being in danger.
Yeah.
I'm flashing back to one of the first viral videos I think I've ever seen, and that's the grape stomping lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Remember, she fell in the bucket, then fell out of the bucket onto the ground and was just
She
groaning.
was showing off, though.
The noise.
But remember how long it took the anchors to say, I think she heard, let's go to break.
That's when she got into the...
Start the stopwatch after the...
There she goes. Now she's falling. She's falling.
Stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
No.
It actually hurt.
No, I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Boy,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Okay. We're going to make sure she is.
We'll try and
That's
check
what's
on
there.
her and get back
All
to
right.
you as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after.
That's 28 seconds. 28 seconds from the time she falls.
28
seconds.
Let's go to break.
Well, she had been joking. They didn't know if she was messing around or, I mean, after you hear the
Perhaps she
ohs,
had.
but
She
you got to give
had.
her a second to,
Yeah.
if she's doing material.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, this is local news out of Philadelphia. St. Patrick's Day. This is ABC 6 in Philadelphia. Meteorologist is on, and she's throwing it to the traffic reporter. And she says something untoward when throwing it to the traffic reporter, but it was unintentional. Here's the exchange.
Thursday, partly sunny skies and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She's talking about beers
On Patty's Day.
on St. Patrick's Day, but she says she likes to be double-fisted.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sunny skies and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube.
You can hear the crew.
Too late.
Yep, you can hear the crew. Listen to them, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to take a pause. We're going to keep going.
All right, let's go to break. Go to break.
Oh, my God. Well, should she have even pointed that out?
Should you have referenced it?
Yeah.
That's when they,
I mean, with beer. Just let it lie.
Yeah, say nothing.
Well,
Say nothing.
The first lady, the meteorologist, had a couple looked like glasses or something in her hand. She goes, she likes to be double-fisted.
In a different way.
In a different way.
Not since skin flute.
Well,
More awkward.
that's true.
Backhanded
That was
compliment.
bad, too. That's local news for you, isn't it? Just sometimes something like that happens. Was it the anchor talking about the...
Reporter?
It was air guitar.
And they were talking
Yes,
about
that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
A Jackson County teacher takes from the wild and turns it into something wonderful. Photojournalist Brad Rice shows us how a forestry instructor gets his students to make and play the North American the flute in this traveling West Virginia song.
All right, that was one episode.
That's skin flute B.
Skin flute, and here's skin flute A.
A contest for air guitarist. That's going to be coming up. And I'm telling you, folks, this is one you have to see to believe.
I think Kenny Crumpton, he can play the air guitar, can't
I've seen him play the skin flute, but I don't know about the air guitar.
Wow.
They did not go to break with Kenny Compton. You had to sit there and take it.
I've seen him play the skin flute.
Some of these anchors get a little older. As they get a little longer in the tooth, they
Just throw it out
they're
there.
just kind of like,
Whatever.
what are they going to do?
Well, it's an
Fireman.
interesting time. A lot of news anchors, and you could probably speak to this better, they're either legacies and my age, or they're just young and right out of school.
That's right.
Skin flute. Well, this past Christmas, there was a woman she was on the streets doing a charity event, and inside the studio, they were coming up with what your elf name would be.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? It's like you take your favorite cookie or something, and then you make it into your elf name. But she didn't know what they were doing.
And you can take part in our morning of giving today. We got Leslie's name, too, did we not?
Peach's Cookie Fingers.
Peach's Cookie Finger, down in the parking lot.
That's your elf.
Okay, what?
Yeah,
Is that my stripper name?
It's elf? Christmas elf.
Oh!
Christmas elf name.
Peach's Sticky Fingers?
No.
Cookie Fingers.
Because Peach's Sticky Fingers is a better stripper name than elf name. Is
She kept on going with it.
thinking.
Hire her. If I was a news director, I'd say, find her number, get her email, and hire her.
It's the holidays. She was in a good mood out there that day,
Old Peach Sticky Finger.
Here's your stripper name. That's great.